Hi, how are you? My name is Staff Sergeant Glenn Reed, and I'm currently stationed in Iraq. I'm in an Air Force base in Balad, which is a small town or city north of Baghdad, or about I'd say about an hour away from Baghdad. I've been here just about 2 weeks now, and I've been in the National Guard just since January. Before that, I was a member of the Army Reserves for 10 years and then active duty way back in the 1980s for about 2 years. Uh, Somewhere along the way, I decided that I wanted to experience what it felt like to actually be deployed and to get an opportunity to experience what being in a combat zone was all about. So in January, I enlisted in the National Guard, New York National Guard, and then volunteered to be deployed with a unit that was deploying in August, and that happened to be a unit in the Texas National Guard. So here I am in the second week here at this Air Force base, which also has the Army in it as well. And so I'm just taking this opportunity to say hello and let everybody know back home how I'm doing, and to let other people know out there why it's important to continue to do what you can to support the troops, even if you're not supporting the war. Most of us that are here today are not here because we have some delusion of what we think will what this war means. We're here mainly because most of us want to support our fellow soldiers, and most of us believe ultimately that we have to finish what we started. I have a lot of issues with the current administration, a lot of issues with the Secretary of State. But the one thing I don't have any doubt about or any issues with is my fellow soldiers who have sacrificed to get here, who've made a contribution. I think in that they are committed to one another, and they're committed to the other things that we find important in our society, and that is the role that the military can play to help in this rebuilding and stabilization of Iraq over the long haul. So if there are people out there that ask what we're doing here, why we're here, we're not here because we're brave or because we have some kind of idea about what it takes to be patriotic in this country. I think most of us are here because we know we agreed to do this job, and we have to depend on politicians, and we have to depend on other people to make the decisions as to what wars we're going to fight. But once that decision is made, then we have to agree to fight it. I was opposed to this war, and now I find myself in a position where I can't see any way that we can just up and leave without giving the people of Iraq a certain level of security that they don't have right now. And so we give them a little bit of hope that somehow, somewhere, in some distant future, we may be able to actually give them a little level of peace and hope that their lives can get better. I have my doubts right now, but I do know that all of us are here and we believe in it. We haven't given up on the larger ideas of what this country, when it's at its best, can do. And I say this country, I mean the United States. And even though sometimes our reputation and our standing in the rest of the world it goes down because of the leadership that we have in this country, but I hope people always understand that we're willing to sacrifice, to give up months and days and years of our lives. And personally, I gave up a lot because there are lots of people at home who are missing me, who love me, who care for me. And I know that that's the same way with almost every soldier that's here. we just want to come home eventually, and we know that we have to do our part, because if we're not here, somebody else is going to be here. So I want everybody to know that that's what we're trying to do to make a difference. I also have been writing a blog for the last several months about my experiences, and both personally and also kind of where I stand from from a political stand. And anybody interested in going and checking that out can check it out at Glenn Read. That's GLENN Read, READ, and that's all one word. And that's at blogspot.com. And leave comments and let everybody know what we're doing. A lot of times people ask us, what is it that we really need over here? Well, we have just about everything that we need now. But what we do love to hear, or what we love to get, is we love to get messages from home and from people just telling us that they're thinking about us. That to me is the most precious thing. I get excited every day just going online and trying to find, go to my email and getting messages from my friends and people that care for me and love me. And that's the best thing that I think most of our soldiers can get, is that opportunity to do that. People are real generous, and they give us all kinds of neat care packages and stuff, but the thing that it's hard to replace really is that personal touch that you can get from getting an email. So if you have somebody that you know out there, a soldier or somebody that's in your family, and just remember, we don't need all the extra stuff so much as we need you all to write to us and let us know how much you care for us and that you're thinking about us, because we feel the same way. So that gives us a chance to do that. So I'm going to try to keep you all updated about what's going on over here, and there's a limit on how much I can say and do, but I can at least tell you that what we're experiencing, and I hope that you all appreciate that it's a difficult time right now for us. It's a difficult time for our country, but we'll somehow figure out a way to get through it if we all stick together. All right, take care now. See ya.